You're not doing a good job as a castle keeper if you're not infamous.
Bear with me. I gotta power down as much as I can
Do you have the fan going or something down there, Mark?
here. I have the floor heating fan. Why?
Oh, it sounds turbulent. Which I am not begrudging you a fan in this heat and humidity.
Yeah, ours we were at 80 degrees at about 3-4 hours ago. Yeah, about
Yep.
4 hours ago. It's now 60 degrees.
That must be nice.
Other than the unholy havoc it plays on your body, it dropped in like an hour.
Yeah.
And plus it was raining when it was 80 degrees, and then
Yeah.
decided to stop raining when it cooled down.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's where we are. It's about 80 degrees with a humidity of 71%.
Yeah,
It's just a little sticky out there.
yeah. That was yesterday all day.
Although I am not complaining about the rain. I don't think we're going to get enough. We're in a serious drought right now.
We
And I
lucked
don't think,
out. It started raining here like 5 a.m. yesterday and just
yeah.
gently rained till about 2 p.m.
Wow.
So that was great for the for everything.
Yeah. We haven't gone over 50% chance of rain in over a month, and we're just not getting it. We're more than 6 inches behind on rain for the year.
Yeah, that's not good for the crops, good for the garden.
Yeah. Or as somebody was pointing out in the general chat earlier, it's not good for people who have wells.
No, because they can dry up.
Yeah. I mean, we live in a municipal area, so we're not going to have that kind of trouble. But we also live in an area with a very high water table. Mark may be able to tell you. I don't think our sump pump stops running ever.
Yeah, that's my paranoia. I've had my sump pump die on me twice.
Yeah, yeah, we've
And
had that
so
happen. But
it
now,
was,
but they come with lifetime warranties, right?
no, no such thing.
Yeah, actually, we keep getting ones that have lifetime warranties. Problem is that you need one right now,
Yeah,
so you buy a new one with a lifetime warranty, which means you always have a spare after you submit the lifetime warranty on the other one.
yeah. Well, that's what I have now. I have a water backup, and then I have another one that is essentially all ready to go. I just have to pull one out of the sump, drop the other one in, hook the
Yep.
wire or the pipe up,
Yep.
swap the plugs, and away we go.
Yep.
Lesson
Maker.
learned after flooding my basement twice.
Yep. Yep. We're also fortunate our house was built in the last 25 years. So since they figured out how to better deal with water when building buildings and basements, and since they figured out how to build neighborhoods and put in retention ponds.
Yes, our house is also fairly new, but when there's lots of water coming in and the sump pump dies, yeah,
Yep. There's no saving that.
there's no saving it. Yeah,
Yep. The pump dies.
we thankfully live on the high side of the town,
Oh, yeah.
You go across the main drag, it's literally 30 feet lower.
Wow.
And last year we had two dams fail like 40 miles upriver.
Which, of course, wreaks havoc downriver.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't do
Yeah.
anything to us because we're higher, but people on the other side, yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't fare so well.
Yeah.
And it was all failure was all due to somebody not wanting to spend $50,000
Right.
that they were told they needed to spend over 10 years ago.
Like the bridge that Steve was talking about on Thursday. Were you at the Tricks of the Trade on Twitch?
Hmm.
He was talking about how I guess there's a bridge across the Mississippi in Arkansas that's failed. No one's getting across it anytime soon.
Yep.
Because they didn't maintain it.
Yep. Well, the two dams that failed were on two man-made lakes that essentially
Yay!
emptied. So,
Wait, you're not in Wisconsin, are you?
nope, I'm in Michigan.
Okay. Wait, where in Michigan?
Do you know where? Well, what cities do you know of in Michigan?
Mark is from mid Michigan. He lived near Lansing.
Oh my God,
Escanaba,
Escanaba.
Detroit,
Okay,
Ypsilanti, Ann
Traverse
Arbor,
City.
Lansing.
I live. You know where Midland and Bay City are?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's where I live.
nice.
I live smack dab between Midland and Bay City
Okay.
Sorry
and
to hear
Sag.
that.
Yeah, I'm in the Tri Cities.
So my husband and my father are from the same part of Michigan.
Yep.
They're down, but my father's from Lansing proper. My husband's from rural Lansing.
Yep. So
So
yeah, last year I don't know if you saw it. I think it made national news. It was the two dams that failed.
yeah, yeah,
You know, and that wiped out two complete towns and flooded half of my town.
yeah.
Yeah. Imagine owning lakefront property and now the lake is gone.
Right?
I had a friend who
Tons
lived right on
of
the lake. Their property values dropped to a fifth.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. It was really crazy here last spring. About a year ago, I think, that the dams broke.
Yeah. Sorry, my computer suddenly doesn't want to behave. There we go.
All right. You want to get started here?
Is Pete around?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Wasn't sure if you'd come back. As we sat here discussing Michigan, and you're like, yeah, I know that there is a Michigan, right?
I am aware that such a place exists somewhere.
But finding Bay City or Midland on a map, forget it.
Well, I would imagine Bay City is somewhere on the coast and Midland is somewhere in the middle.
The easiest way is Michigan looks like a mitten. It really does. So if you look at your right hand and you look where your thumb, the
At
little
your palm.
kind of crux of your thumb, it's right there. Like if you take the end of the thumb, right, kind of in the crux of your hand.
Yeah, you're assuming I know too much about American geography.
Well,
I'm aware that you have two coasts and that Florida kind of sticks out the bottom.
Yep.
Well, you know, there's a whole bunch of lakes in the middle of the country, right? Like big
And I'm
ones.
surrounded. My state is surrounded by 6 lakes, 5 lakes, 5 lakes.
I'm
Called the
looking
Great Lakes.
now on Google Maps. Oh, yeah, I see. I was not aware that Michigan stuck up into the lakes.
Yes.
Yep.
So, yes,
I would-
Midland is in the middle and Bay City is on the coast. I was right.
Yep.
And that Michigan is north of parts of Canada.
Yep.
Much of Michigan is north of parts of quite a bit of Canada. The kids have come to find Ethan. Hold on.
You even have a Canadian border. I was not aware that Michigan
Yep.
was that far north. Okay. So it gets cold up there, right?
Oh, yes. And I went to school in the very northern part of Michigan.
Did you go to Tech?
Yes, I did.
Awesome. I had friends that went to Tech.
The old saying when I went there is where the men are men and so are the women. It is a cold, cold place.
So my aunt has a summer cottage on a lake in northern Wisconsin, about a half an hour from the UP.
Yep, that will be lovely, lovely place to go if you love winter.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you don't, it is most certainly not.
Where I went to university, I was coming to a realization in the first week when an insurance company came round to say, "Oh, we will insure all your belongings. Here's our rates." And then they had 6 categories, and then they had category 1 through 5 that kind of went up on a gradual curve, and then there was category 6 that was just way above everything else. And I looked at it, I said, "Wow, I feel sorry for anyone who lives in category 6 area, like me." As I looked at the list of postcodes, I'm like, "Ah, crap."
Yeah. Yeah.
In my second or third year, there were like 3 murders within half a mile of my apartment in the first 2 weeks. I'm like, not good. There used to be a program on television which used to follow the Greater Manchester Police, particularly with car chases and things, which are really rare in the UK, except not where I lived. And it was like I was watching it on TV, and like, oh look, that's my flat. You could regularly see them racing around in the streets underneath when you're in the flat. So yeah, not good area.
Wow.
They've flattened it all now for new development, so it can only be better. No way it could possibly be worse. So. I think it was also known as the car crime capital of Europe. So nice.
Okay. Jen, are you back? Or are you dealing with the kids?
Jaden is here. He and Ethan are going to play Roblox on tablets in our family room. So I'm just going to set up Jaden with the internet, and then I'll be good to go.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So I think the first thing we have to do is establish where we are so we can recap last week's game. And I have to confess, I don't know if we ended up back at the keep or if we were still at the ruins.
We got back to the keep and we just entered the keep and we were going to go and take the weird box that emanates evil to our friend. What's his name? Where's my paper? I've got a piece of paper here with his name on it.
I'm looking for it. If I don't have any notes on now, his name.
Too many pieces of paper on my desk.
Okay, I should be good to go now. Completely good to go. The boys are filling themselves with sugar. They're having Kool-Aid.
Ragnus. Back to Ragnus. That's where we're going.
Okay.
That's right. We're going back to Ragnus.
So just to bring Sorek up to speed, basically we went back to the temple. Well, we left the temple, got all our weapons silvered, came back to the temple, only to find out that we didn't actually need the silvering for everything that was left. We saw a bunch of goblins, they were, yeah, goblins, and a guy in a room. So we launched an attack on, and the guy was unconscious. So we launched an attack on the goblins, um, wiped them all out, mostly because they weren't armed and not fighting back. The guy regained consciousness, told us to stop. We slaughtered them all anyway. And then he turned on us and started attacking us, so we slaughtered him as well. Then we did a search and we found a box that just screamed, "I am evil" at you. And whoever it was casting the detect evil spell was, yeah, this box is evil. So we didn't open it, and we've brought it back to the keep to give back to Ragnus.
That was Sorek casting the spell, wasn't it?
I have that innate ability.
Yeah, it's innate.
Yep.
So that was you. You were the one who was warning us this box is evil. Also, I am etching runes on things. I have the ability to anchor a rune on a location and create a temporary portal that just lasts a couple of rounds back to that location. But to do so will cost me half of my daily allocation of runes. So it's something I don't just drop. And also, I have a limit on how many of these static runes I have, so I can't just drop them anywhere. But it can be handy in getting us back to the keep
Get
and
the
stuff.
hell out of it. Yeah, get the hell out. Or
Yeah.
something. Yep. Okay.
So, given that we used the one to recall back to the keep, I'll delete that one now.
Yeah, and as you said, I do recall you'd made your way back to the tavern. I think that was pretty much the exact moment we ended the session.
I think so.
Yeah, I see the box of the horn god. So there we go.
That's the one. Oh, and it turned out that the guy was saying something about the horned god when we took him down. I think, I'm not sure, but he seemed to be in cahoots with the kobolds at the end of the day and was trying to do some sort of ceremony with them until we slaughtered everyone.
Okay.
So, any proposals as to what you want to do next?
Well, have we fully explored that um, church?
Church.
Yeah.
Yes. We've just come back from there, so we've just arrived back at the keep, and we're going. Well, my understanding was we were heading straight to the tavern to dump the box and give our report back to Ragnus. So.
Yep. Sounds like the plan. He sometimes has other jobs. Let's see what he's got.
Well, hopefully payment for this job, because it was a pain in the
Yes.
arse and we didn't get much treasure out of it. So. Oh, and you see in the list there, we've got more of these pouches of grey dust. There was a holy goblin relic that
Yep.
we
Bear.
we figured out something about that. It was some sort of ancient symbolism attached to that, wasn't there? Very, very ancient symbolism. As we were also noting with the horned god symbols, that they're very ancient. And we suspected that the goblin relic was maybe subduing the goblins, because that goblin relic was on the human who was with them.
Maybe has control over goblins.
Something like that. Someone decided to keep it. I can't remember who said they would take that one.
Certainly wouldn't have been me because anything goblin-esque, no.
I'm sorry, take what?
The goblin relic, holy goblin relic, bear goblin figure that we found on the human. So I guess it wasn't
me.
you either. No, so that narrows it down.
Nope. Anything, all goblins should be killed. That's just the way it is.
Okay.
So it must have been Johnson who took it then.
All right. So, what do we do while we're in town?
We get our reward for our report and get rid of this evil bot.
Mark, there's some serious noise coming from you.
Sorry, I was just getting rid of a bag or something.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was something more nefarious.
No, there's a fire starting. Quick, get out of the house. That's my best impression of a fire is crinkling a bag, a white bag.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're at the keep. We've stayed the night. We even deducted the
No, we didn't stay the night. We just got back to the keep and we're going to the inn to report back to Ragnus. So.
Okay.
It's still late afternoon, early evening, something like that, because it was daytime when we left the keep and we practically teleported back. So.
Yep.
But we paid the tax already, I think.
Yeah.
To stay the night.
Yes.
Okay. And so what's our plan for what to do next?
Head for the inn.
Head for the inn and see Ragnus and see what happens from there.
All right, great. Let's do that.
We can also, let's get payment and then we'll split the gold out of the party sheet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that idea. Okay, guys.
Okay, so by now the proprietor of the inn recognizes you and immediately will seat you at the table. I'm sorry, you're at the tavern, right? Not the
Yes,
traveling
the
inn.
tavern.
Right. Um, and he'll ask you if you want the usual, or are you here to eat or drink?
Business first.
I see.
Yeah, I'll have a glass of your finest wine as we carry out our business. Thank you.
Okay.
A flogging of mead.
All right. He'll, he'll return in a few moments with a glass. You don't immediately see Ragnus, but it appears that maybe the tavern keeper uh, may have made some may have somehow fetched Ragnus, as he's seen you together with him and he knows Ragnus well. So
Yeah,
eventually,
we're going to slide the box. I guess it's a fairly substantial box. I don't remember how big it was.
about the size of a shoebox.
All right, it's quite small then. Okay, I thought in my mind it was like more like a chest or something.
I don't think we'd
Okay.
actually
No,
said what the dimensions were. So yeah, I had an image in my mind, something about the size of a shoebox. So who knows?
no, the last time,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, the last time that we met Ragnus, I was trying to find out if he had anything to do with Mara's order. Um, and so I would like to do that again this time. And this time I'm going to be smarter about it. And I wanted to know, do I get an impression that he's trying to lie, that he's being deceitful when he says he doesn't know anything about the order?
Okay. Well, when he gets there, we can go either of two ways. Either you can give me a charisma check to try to carefully craft your inquiry so as to make it easy for you to detect deception, or you can give me a wisdom check after you
Okay.
ask him to see if you could determine the truth of it, the truthiness.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes.
So I'll let you make that choice when he arrives, which he does. He comes in the room. He looks around. It looks like he's looking for you, and
Hold on.
he turns around at the strange noise at the door, the sound of some sort of bell, and he sees a
Yeah.
small child at the door, asking for another small child. He shrugs. He turns back to the table, and hopefully she won't be gone long. The door's like right there. She can see it from her seat. He'll sit at the table and he'll say, "Wow, that was very quick. Have you what did you find? Were you able to survey the place, and what kinds of things did you encounter, or have you not completed the task?"
Okay.
It is.
So we encountered some undead that were causing problems there.
I
And
expected that. Yes. Okay.
and yeah, we were grateful for taking silvered weapons, but the worst was not the undead. It was some sort of goblin ritual taking place. But we dispatched all of the goblins and cleaned out the place as best we can. As far as I'm aware, the biggest problems you might have now are a few cockroaches.
Interesting. Tell me more about these goblins.
Oh,
What
they
do they do?
were mostly dead by the time we finished with them. Um, they were with a human and they were ready for some kind of ritual or something, but
Dark.
we we just spotted them, wiped them out. The human started trying to defend them, so unfortunately we had to take him out too. We don't know who he was or where he came from, but nasty business, but all dealt with. Oh,
All
and
goblin. Nasty.
yeah, but we did find this
Life and limb.
little box that we'd rather not open, and then I nod over to Johnson to show him the box.
All right. As soon as Johnson shows in the box, Ragnus will actually sort of recoil in horror, and he'll say, "Please put that away."
Well, we didn't really know what to do with it, but we know we don't want to open it. So, seeing as you wanted that nasty piece of work that was the dagger, I figured you might want this too, huh? And I'm trying to monitor him now to see his reaction when I try and put this box on a par with the dagger that he wanted.
Mm.
He'll. It's you haven't opened it, right?
No. This, like the dagger was trouble, I suspect this box is also trouble.
Oh, you do not know how much trouble that box could possibly bring you. Tell me more about these goblins. What were they dressed as? More like pilgrims or more like warriors?
Certainly more like pilgrims. Difficult to tell when we finish with them because they were kind of messed up. But yeah, definitely more like pilgrims. Don't worry, most of them died happy, or at least enthralled.
Well, this is a mixed bit of news. I wonder what's going to happen if it is as I fear. Uh,
What do you fear?
well, I worry that those goblins weren't there to perform their ritual to bring back their Messiah or to locate him, perhaps. Oh,
They weren't?
this could be bad for the region. Oh, oh well. There's nothing can be done about it now. Um,
Bad for the region?
huh?
Bad for the region?
Yes. If if the goblins were there to perform a ritual that they believe would have helped further their prophecy, then they will probably not take the news of their demise, shall we say, well.
Well, the place still stands. They can try again.
I see. Yes. And so that was it. That was all that happened at the church.
That was about it. Not too well. I'd like to say not too much trouble. It was quite an encounter once we took into account the undead. They were by far the most trouble. The goblins kind of just let us kill them, really.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Well, it is what it
I,
is, I suppose. Go ahead.
I I would like to know what you might know of this. I'm showing that holy symbol we found.
Yes, it's that holy symbol which troubles me, and I can. I don't know if you can feel it, but there's an unholy aura that's. It's just. It's dreadful. So it.
Hang on, which holy symbol is this? The bear icon or the
No,
the horned god?
horned god.
Oh, the box. Yes, I know. I want to see what he thinks of
Because
the.
I'm not mentioning the goblin symbol at all.
Mm, yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's what I'm mentioning because I hate goblins. I want to see if he reacts to it. Maybe he's a goblin lover.
Well, he seems. You can tell by his speech. He seems sort of ambivalent about the goblins, or at least your description of what happened. So.
Why would? Can you tell me? Why would a human be helping the goblins summon their messiah?
Well,
Was it? Are you asking him this?
Yes.
Or is okay?
yes. Well, there have been rumors that they have found a mystic or a prophet of some sort who is helping them bring about the return of their Messiah.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's probably him whom you slew.
Ah, that's a shame, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some kind
Well,
of goblin lover. Yeah, yeah,
if
good.
you're a goblin, it's probably pretty bad news.
Mm-hmm.
I don't particularly care much for goblins myself, so can't say I'm that disappointed to hear it, but I do worry that that's going to upset the goblins.
Door.
Good. Filthy creatures.
So, of course, this brings us on to the issue of our pay, please, if you don't mind.
Ah, okay. Well, if the place is cleared out as you say, then I believe our business is concluded, and he'll hold out 10 small sapphires, and you can easily see they're worth about 100 gold a piece.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll hold them
Mm-hmm.
out and sort of just lay them on the table.
Sweep them
Hmm.
up and add them to a pouch to distribute later amongst my colleagues.
Let me add them.
That does leave one small outstanding factor. And then I nod towards the box and then I look at him. We don't know what to do with this, and I was hoping maybe you would.
Well, I would suggest you burn it, but I know that probably won't do anything to it. Boy, I don't know. If I were you, I'd get rid of it as soon as possible. But I don't think you want to let something like that fall into the hands of someone who would use it to bad ends.
Well, maybe the local church will want to take it to lock it away somewhere.
Indeed.
Yes.
Or
Well,
we'll
If it's
know how
as
to
bad as you
neutralize.
say, I'd rather see it destroyed than locked away.
They may know how to neutralize it.
Mm. I will happily whack it with my axe. We wish to see it
I
destroyed.
suspect it would not be that simple to destroy.
I'm willing to try.
yes, the lady is right. I think you will find it harder to destroy than you might imagine.
You know, this might be easier for us if you were to share your own knowledge about this box.
Well, I must confess I don't know much about with its contents, but I have heard rumors that there might be such an evil manifestation in the ruins. The ruins are older than you probably realize. They've been around for a very long time, and over the ages, several societies, cults, factions have dominated and used the ruins. And there have been rumors, I have heard rumors that at some point the followers of the great old horned one dwelt there and practiced who knows what manner of vile rituals.
Well, given that it's your land, I do trust that you're going to raise this place to the ground, yes?
Oh yes, no, I intend to reclaim the material as best as possible, perform some cleansing rituals as best possible, and then rebuild a nice villa.
Nice villa
Rebuild?
for who? Who's going to want to live on such a corrupted ground?
Well, who's to say it'll stay corrupted forever?
Uh-huh.
Besides, who knows what kinds of strange, eclectic proclivities rich people might have.
Hmm.
All I can say is the ground is worth some money, even as corrupt as it is at this moment. It will soon be uncorrupted. This was just one step on that path.
So, speaking of that dagger,
What dagger are
uh,
you talking about?
the one that we got for him earlier.
Oh yes, I see. Right, right. The
Yeah.
bloodthirsty
Yeah.
dagger.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. How'd you know about it and where it was?
Well, by now you must realize I come by knowledge, and that is knowledge, as you imagine, is an asset and a valuable commodity.
Uh-huh.
And so I make it my business to know certain things. I happen to know, well, I know certain people that valued that dagger quite highly. And I also came
Excellent.
to know that it was in the nearby vicinity.
I'm so glad to hear that. What did you know of the person who possessed the dagger before us?
I I know nothing of whom possessed it. I simply knew of its whereabouts and its value. Oh, this is your wisdom check?
Uh-huh.
Um, you can sense he's mostly telling the truth. He may be holding something back,
Uh-huh.
but you don't
Okay.
detect that he's directly lying to you.
Okay.
He's just not telling you everything he knows.
Gotcha. Um, okay.
Now, you could, if you really want to, press the issue. If you really want to try to pull that out of him, and I would say you could take the same tactic. You could try to either influence him with some sort of charismatic influence, or simply ask and try to detect the
Well,
truth.
what I'd really like to know, and so I think I'm going to take a different tack. So I don't think I want to know what it is he's lying about. I think that I've figured out that he's just he's in business for himself.
Yeah,
So
you could detect that. I mean, you all get a sense that
he's simply a businessman.
he is a businessman. He seems to have
He's a middleman.
connections.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So glad. Perhaps one of these connections that you have, some of these people that you know, might be able to tell me more about the order that the woman who was in possession of the dagger belonged to, how we might go about finding her people.
That, I'm afraid, is not knowledge that I possess much of. Um,
No, but could you,
could
with
I?
the right incentive?
Depends on what you mean by incentive. Are you willing to pay for this knowledge?
Some.
I see. And what is benefit is this knowledge to you?
Well, she was a uh, recent friend of mine and has gone missing.
All right. You had traveled with her for some time. I understand.
Indeed.
Well, it would take me time to gather such knowledge, and I can already tell you it would not be easy to come by, so it would be very valuable.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to ask far and wide and probably pull in some favors.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps you have something of value you might be willing to trade.
I might. I might.
You know, gold is easy.
Indeed. I might be able to come across some gold. What would it require?
Let's let me make some inquiries. Meet me here tomorrow at the same time, and I will tell you what
Hmm.
I will be able to find out, and let's talk about a price then.
Okay.
Now, about that box, what do you intend to do with that box?
Well,
I
we
think
were hoping we could just give it to you, but seems you're not that interested in having it, huh?
Oh, I'll happily take it off your hands and make sure it gets into someone who get in the hands of someone who can destroy it.
I think I would almost feel better giving it to the local church
I
and let
agree.
them deal with it.
We have 24 hours to figure it out, guys.
Yeah, I tell you what, we'll let you know tomorrow what we plan to do with the box. Okay.
Okay, very well.
Somebody else can touch it. I'm not touching that thing.
Wasn't it Johnson carrying it anyway?
Yeah.
He can keep carrying it.
Yes, indeed.
I think actually carrying the box is the responsibility of whoever's not in the game that week. So last week it should have been Sorek and
Yeah, no.
Man, he's just typing away, isn't he?
Okay.
So I guess this concludes our business for today. Thank you very much. And we'll meet you back here tomorrow.
See ya.
Very well. Enjoy the rest of your day and have a good night's sleep.
Okay.
As you imagine, I now need to go and make some inquiries.
I would like to get anything repaired. If my armor needs repairing, or just make sure everything is tip top shape.
That is a very good idea. All right.
Figure out how much it's going to cost me.
Now, one thing I should let you know you can do anywhere you go is you can ask about to see if there are any nearby rumors or rumors
Which I
rather.
plan to do tomorrow. If he didn't have anything, I was going to see, try to listen in on whatever there's rumors, things going on, looking for work. There's a board in the tavern.
Well, my
Anything.
understanding is it's late afternoon, early evening. So
Yeah.
what I was going to do from here is book my room in the tavern for the night, and then go out and start making inquiries at local temples about this box, if that's what the other guys want to do.
That sounds good to me.
And
I
we
want
probably need to find a way of splitting 10 sapphires 4 ways as well, which is entertaining.
to catch 2 of them in.
Just
Well,
cut them in half.
There is a jeweler who's his house. Yeah, actually, I think you recall you went there to trade in that brooch.
Yeah, and I'd prefer to keep the sapphires.
Yeah, I agree.
Take care of them.
Okay.
Yeah, they're nice.
Potentially sell 2 of them.
Or convert 2 of them into 4 lesser gems.
Yeah, something like that.
But then we'd still need the jeweler to come with a fair trade.
Yeah.
Oh.
A lot lighter than money.
Or we have 150 gold pieces in to be distributed too.
Yeah, but I almost like the idea of converting the 2 into like rubies or something.
Gotcha.
2 into 4. So the
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All right. Sounds good.
So let's hit the jewelers first and then the temples after, right?
Okay.
So we book our rooms at the inn.
Actually, we don't need a what were the rubies worth? The ones we already had?
Yeah, I don't have any.
Yeah.
I know
but
you
we don't know how much exactly these sapphires are worth yet either. We know
Right.
they're worth over
Get 'em
100
appraised.
gold, but That could be
Right.
100, 200, 150. We have no idea.
Yeah, let's
Hey,
get
Mark.
them appraised.
Yeah.
Those rubies that we had before, what were they worth each?
That's a very good question. Did we really not?
Okay, then we'll take them with us while we go to the jeweler and get them estimated.
Okay.
And the diamond bracelet.
Were these rubies? Did you recover them in Mara's
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
Should have been 10 of them in total or something like that.
Well,
I've got
I have one of them that was on. I've even forgotten his name now. Thrak, on Thrak's body.
Okay.
But there are others. Yeah. Also, the pendant was traded at the jeweler by Thrak. Not anyone here, and I have the second pendant that Thrak had, which I'm wearing at the moment.
Right. Okay.
Off to see the jeweler.
All
The
right.
wonderful jeweler.
The wonderful jeweler of Oz.
Yep.
You will find he is in. If you his shop is about 2 houses down from the tavern. It's actually his home as well.
Spectacular.
And you'll see the sign, and there'll be it will say, "Come on in.
Candle in the window.
We are open." And he will greet
Wonderful.
you as you come in. A little bell will ring as you open the door.
Okay,
Good
Varatine, Varatine is going to turn up his charm to absolute maximum to try and get the best price.
Okay.
Needless to say, he is more charming than I'm capable of being.
That's all right. We can. Why don't we add a check for that? And to be kind, well, I'll let you have it be a class check.
Well, charisma is my class check. So
So there you go. That's right. So.
in the tower or on the open?
Oh, in the tower, please.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Womp womp. Oh.
He seems. How shall I put this? He takes very kindly to you. And as you show him the sapphires.
And the rubies and the diamond bracelet.
And the diamond bracelet. Okay. Well, with the sapphires, he'll say, "Wow, these are in fantastic shape. They're almost flawless. I tell you what, I don't normally see sapphires that are in this good of condition. So I think I'll give you 1,100 for all 10."
Well, we were only considering to sell 2 of them. Well, not sell even. We were considering to exchange 2 of them for 4 equally valued lesser gems, which I was thinking you might be able to help us with.
That's right. You were going to split the 2 into 4.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Well, there's really no gem. I have to think about this for a moment. What could you do? You want a smaller gem? Smaller physical gem?
They can be smaller, they can be different gems. They can be 8 instead of 4, as long as we can split them 4 ways. But some gems that we can exchange 4 ways rather than 2 sapphires.
Right.
Guys, if we simply had a value on the rubies and the sapphires, we might be able to do that.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, he'll give you 110 gold for every sapphire.
And how much are the rubies worth?
And the rubies are worth, again, he is just absolutely charmed by you. So he'll give you 75 gold per ruby.
Okay. And the diamond bracelet.
He'll take it and study it. Where did you find the diamond bracelet? Was that also
Mar.
Mar?
Yeah, it's what Mara was going to pay us with. Uh-oh, are you there?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to
Okay.
remember. I didn't have my notes in front of me. I'm trying to remember what the story was on the bracelet. Um, he'll as so okay. So you've got the rubies. Do you want to sell?
Uh-huh.
Let's deal with the bracelet in a second. So do you want to sell the rubies?
No, we're just wanting a value on stuff so we know what they're worth for future trade.
Okay.
And as I said, that's why we wanted to break the sapphires down, because we want to carry gems, because a lot of gold is heavy and cumbersome. So we want some portable currency.
Right.
And that's why we wanted to split two of the sapphires down to smaller gems
Right. So if you want to
or
keep the
cheaper gems.
sapphires, right. So if you want to keep the sapphires, you want to trade them for gems instead of gold. I do have 4 small diamonds that I would be willing to trade with you for these sapphires.
Excellent. That would
For
be
the 10
perfect.
sapphires.
Two sapphires for 4 diamonds. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. And then, so let me adjust the sheet here for a second. So he's actually willing to give you 110
Mm-hmm.
for those. So, and then he takes 2 of your sapphires and trades them for small diamonds. Oh wait, I'm sorry,
Worth half.
55. Yeah.
Fifth. Yeah.
And then the rubies. If you're just getting an appraisal,
They were 75 each.
yeah,
It's the diamond bracelet.
the diamond bracelet. He'll say, the bracelet's not worth that much, to be honest with you, and you can sort of see he's being genuine. These diamonds are quite flawed.
Okay.
The best I could give you is maybe 100 gold for the bracelet.
Okay.
I'm really
Thank you.
trying to be generous. You're
But the bracelet's all yours as far as we're concerned. That's not part
Right,
of
right.
the party loot. So
Yeah, that's why I have it in my personal. But I figure while we're here, I might as well get everything worked out.
so. What else?
Um,
That's it, I think, from here.
yeah, I think that's it. So I don't know how to not take all 8 sapphires, guys.
I think when you drag them, you just get one at a time. So just drag 2
Okay,
of them
good.
into your inventory. Yeah, I just dragged 2 of them, and now that it's down to 6.
Why
And I
didn't it
dragged
work?
one of the diamonds, and now they're down to 3. So
It's not dragging for me. What am I doing wrong?
the little icon on the far right, you
Yeah.
drag that across into your inventory. So you have the windows open
There
side
we
by
go,
side.
finally. Okay. And then that. And this goes in. Okay, there we are.
The relic, if you can add that to Johnson's inventory, that would be good.
Yeah, and the box.
Well, the box we can leave here. It doesn't matter. It
Yeah.
can be carried by different people at different times, but the relic is definitely Johnson's. And the rest we will try and pawn for whatever value we can get from them, and add to the party coins to split.
Right.
Mm.
Okay.
So do we
You
want to split the 150 that we've got? Gold?
Well, no, let's cash out everything, and then add it to that 150, and then split it at the end.
Yeah.
But Mark can split that. He can press a button that will just send it to all our inventories in an equal split.
Right.
So.
Yep.
And we have we're not going to cash out the diamond and the 2 sapphires. Those will go to Johnson.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mark, can you drop those into Johnson's inventory?
Yeah.
So the diamond and the sapphires. The grey dust, what were you going to do with that? Because as far as I know, that's what you wanted, wasn't it?
Just a second. I'm sorry.
Mark, if you can just give us a rough value for everything else that we'll just take to the local stores just to sell. So the
Okay,
daggers,
sorry.
flint and steel, leather armor, ring mail, and robes,
Yep.
and just add it to the GP. I think if we role play that out, that's just going to be excessive.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
I trust you to just add whatever value you think into the GP pool, and then we can split it.
All right. And I'm sorry. So the
Liquidate.
box, everything but the box and the pouch.
And the grey dust, yeah, because I think
Yeah.
Jen wanted that. I'm not sure. And I don't know how we'd possibly sell some dust.
Right.
Yeah, we don't live on Arrakis. Even though that's spice, but
I like how we have 5 daggers and 1 dagger.
Yes, that one dagger's special.
It is.
no. No.
One of them has like a wooden handle instead of ivory handles or something.
One of them has a small chip near the point.
Ah.
All right. Bear with me a moment.
Yep. Ethan, this would be a good time to go over and find.
All right. So we've got to 206 gold. You want me to distribute it to everyone?
Yes, please.
Yep, just split it 4 ways. Thank you. You can leave the 2 gold there for next time when it's distributed. I don't think we will care about 5 silver each.
Okay. I don't know, Vartan. You've got almost 500 gold pieces on you. Okay.
Someone's encumbered.
I think I might go to the bank.
Okay. So yeah, so after spending some time with the jeweler, whom is now very enamored of Vartan, strangely, inexplicably, and then you spend some time going to a few shops, the armory, and the
Yep.
trader,
And you get everything repaired. So
and you get everything repaired. So I think for repair costs, we'll call it 1 gold.
okay.
And if you add our in costs for the night, I'm taking a private room. I don't know if the others are.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, well we'd be in the with a meal.
Yeah, let's
I
just
will be
put it,
taking a private room tonight.
bundle it all together.
I'm
Costs for the
happy to
day.
stay in the common room.
I'll be taking a private room because I will be studying my spell books tonight.
Yeah, Varatan's still working on collating all this knowledge of runes onto his papers. So.
All right, Jen. So your meal is 1 gold.
Okay.
The private room is 1 gold per night.
So it's 3 gold in total between repairs, food, and room.
Yep. Yep.
You betcha.
And then I'm gonna stay in the private room, but have a good meal, good mead.
You mean
You
public
mean
room?
common room?
Yeah. Common room.
Yeah.
Yes. Common
So
room.
sleeping in the common room is only 1 silver, and you'll be sharing it with up to 11 other people.
I don't care. I snore. Not my problem.
Yes. And ale. Let's see. Ale or beer or wine. You said mead.
Mead or ale.
All
I'm
right.
not that picky.
Well, the mead is 1 gold for a big
Okay.
jug of mead, and
Yep.
electrum. Boy, I haven't dealt with electrum in a while. What is electrum?
I've only put GP, SP, and CP on my sheet. If we're having Electrum, that's going to
No.
mess me up
I'm gonna
completely.
convert the electrum here. Hang on a minute.
Yeah. That's usually between silver and gold, isn't it?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, they used to have something. It was like the old non-metric money system in the UK. So it was something like 20 silver to a gold, 10 Electrum to a silver, and it was all to pot. I think 1 Electrum was effectively half a gold back in the day.
Yeah, let's just call it. That seems actually reasonable based on some of these other prices. So, yeah, 5 silver. We'll call it 5 silver.
5 silver. Okay.
Yeah, that kind of lines up with the other prices here.
Okay.
Ale's 5 silver. A small beer is 1 silver. Wine is 5 silver. Mead's 1 gold.
Yep. I'm good with that. There. Got all my coinage adjusted.
All right.
So when I go to the bank, I'm going to exchange some of my gold for platinum, and also see if I can. Well, no, I think that should do. If I can just change 400 GP to platinum, would that be more reasonable?
Yeah, I think so. I think under 100 gold seems reasonable
Yeah.
to carry. I think over 100, I think you're starting to have a
Yeah.
big sack.
I would happily exchange some of my gold for platinum.
Okay. We'll keep it easy. We'll just let it be a 1-for-1 exchange. But
Well, 1 for 10. I hope you mean.
or I'm sorry,
1 for
yes.
1 would be a really bad rate.
Wow, I'm rich now.
Yeah, no.
I
No,
knew.
really good rate, I mean, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no fee for the exchange.
Wow. Okay.
Let me think here.
In fact, I'll make it 45, so I'll take another 50 gold off. There we go. Now my cash is much more manageable.
Yeah.
And if you want to have a flat fee for exchanges, maybe like 1 or 2 silver or something, that'd be fine. But it's up to
Yeah.
you.
I'm good with that.
All right. While Sorak is hunkering down in his somewhat drunken mind, he does hear a couple of rumors. And
Oh.
Okay, well, before we crash for the night, if there's still time in the evening, we do want to hit the temples to talk about this boxer.
Yes.
If there's still time. If you say we used up all our time getting all our stuff sorted, but I would have hoped the temples are open later than the bank and the shops, for example.
Yep.
Indeed.
Bear with me 1 second. Temple. There is no temple in the keep. People will point out that there is a priest who houses next to the jeweler.
So we'll drop in on the priest then.
Yep. And people talk well of him, and he will greet you at the door with a smile, and he'll say, "Welcome, my brothers and sister. What can I do for you?"
He's probably the chaplain of the keep, huh?
There's no. Oh, very good question. I
Like
wouldn't
the
say
military chaplain?
No, he did. No, he's not involved with the military. He stays here. He has been here for a few months. People say he spends most of his time, hearing petitions from people and giving blessings and proselytizing during the day. He's not very aggressive about that, but that's definitely he's sort of doing missionary work. He does not work with the local military. So he wouldn't
Okay.
exactly be a chaplain, but people do come to him. Some of the soldiers have been known to go and visit him from time to time to ask for prayers and maybe even some healing. He is known to be a competent healer of both
Okay.
body and mind and spirit. So anyway, so he greets you and he'll say, "Welcome, brothers and sisters. What can I do for you? Would you like to sit and pray with me?"
Certainly, I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, he'll beckon you into his house. It's pretty well.
Wait,
There's a lot of. It's well apportioned. What's that, Jim?
which god? I mean, we're not
Oh,
praying to an evil god here, are we?
what's that?
We're not praying to an evil god here, are we?
Oh no, heavens no. Boy, that's a good question. The book is silent on whom he actually. Whom does it say?
Well, if he's evil, I will know.
Yes, no, he's definitely not evil. He will evil, and he'll sort of spit over his shoulder. No, curse evil.
Oh, okay.
Um, do do do. Well, that's a very good question. I apologize. I hadn't thought this through on whom he actually would worship. We'll just say he worships the god of sun and light, our light and good,
Okay.
to be named later.
Okay.
I
Works
have
for me.
I have a more I have a more somewhat documented pantheon of the evil and dark creatures in this world, and not so much of the light and good creatures. So this may be the first time we've stumbled upon anybody who really worships goodness and light. He worships something like Zeus or Apollo, I suppose.
Okay, cool. So I'm happy to go in and pray with him for a bit.
Okay, he'll.
Again, turning up the charm because
Oh, if
we
you
want
want to.
this guy on our side.
So if you want to go ahead and. Okay, and he sort of nods approvingly at you, and he'll say, "So what have you come? What troubles you, my children? Have you come to offer a donation to our cause, or what can I do for you?"
Well, we have something that has troubled us. We have been clearing out an evil temple that seemed to be, and I'm sure you've heard of the reference to the horned god. And when clearing out this temple, we found this, and then I motioned to Johnson to produce the evil box.
Yes, and much
Uh,
like Ragnus, he will sort of recoil in horror, and he'll say, that is a horrible thing. I wish you had not brought it to this place."
yes, but it needs to be handled. Um, we don't have the knowledge of how to treat this box and what to do with it. And we're looking for advice. Without bringing it here, I'm sure we would not be able to impart on you the importance of handling this correctly.
Certainly, you would agree that leaving it where it was to be found by just about anyone would have been a mistake.
Yes, no, you were right. You were right to take it from there. Yes, I would hate to think of what would happen to this if it fell into the wrong hands. Um, First, let me do something. Let me put something on it which should help shield its evil influence. This sight and this presence sort of making me sick. And he'll motion to an acolyte, standing sort of off to the side, and that acolyte will return with a sort of embroidered cloth, and the acolyte will sort of hold the cloth out like for Johnson to put the box in it so that he can cover it with the cloth. Does Johnson want to actually give him the box, or
Yeah, I think we can trust the priest.
Yeah.
If he wants to touch it, he can touch it. If he wants to avoid it, he can avoid it.
yeah, no, the
Um,
acolyte acts very carefully as Johnson holds out the box. He sort of takes it very gingerly and covers it with the cloth and wraps it a couple times. So now it's sort of bundled in this, almost look like a blanket.
cool.
How do you go about getting rid of something like that?
Um, Boy, I think you would have to take it to someone who's powerful enough or wise enough to know what to do with it to destroy it. Um,
Oh.
Well, that's what we were hoping you were able to do for us.
Yes. Well, I would really like to take it to Confer, the wise who lives in the Dalman Woods. I'm sure he would know what to do with it, or could even perhaps deal with it himself. But that would be quite a trip, a task.
See,
I suppose you could also try giving it to me, and then I could try
So
to
who
find
was
a way
it?
to get it.
Confer the what was his title? Sorry, Confer.
Confer the
the
wise.
wise.
Yes,
And where was
Do
he?
we? Yeah.
he lives in
You
the
said
Dalman Wood.
Dalmanwood.
And are any of us familiar with that?
Across
Yeah, if
the
you if you look at the map I had shared with you a little bit earlier, a little while ago in Discord.
Ah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
across
It's
the
a
road.
new, yeah. I finally
But it's an
named
absolutely colossal woodland, so we need some more precise directions than the Dalman Woods, which I point out diplomatically to the cleric.
Yes, you are quite right, and it could be dangerous to go there. So, um, if you could come back tomorrow, I should be able to procure a map tonight. It will take me some time, and be able to give you clear directions on where to go. I don't actually know Confer's exact location myself.
What's this cleric called that we're talking to, by the way?
His name is. It's just priest.
That's okay. I'll just put priest at the keep.
Yep. We could call him Priest. There you go. Priest.
Oh, I'm keeping notes in Fancy Grounds, by the way. I will ask that if you open them, please check with me before you open them because I've had an issue in the past where I opened notes and I was editing them through the session.
Mm-hmm.
And then the castle keeper opened the notes and closed them after I'd edited them.
Oh.
And then it saved his unedited copy as the
Oh,
latest version at the end of the
no.
session.
I
So
I
don't
apologize.
open them without asking me. No, it wasn't you. This was another game, another castle
Okay.
keeper.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know that this is a risk. So just let
Sure.
me know if you're opening them, and then I can close them first.
That's odd. So you're saying that even just the act of closing it caused a save?
Apparently so, or that was how it happened then. Whether
Yeah.
it's the same
Okay.
now, I'm not sure. And we did do some tests afterwards, and we confirmed that was actually the issue. So I had it open, edit. He'd had it open from the start. I closed it, it saved. He closed it, and then it saved the old copy as the most recent. So
Wow.
Yuck.
Wow. Okay.
it's just something to be aware of. It's
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's an issue in this case. As long as everyone knows how it works, then it's okay.
Yeah, what bad luck, huh?
That's weird because as a programmer, I
Well,
know
it was worse because it was a game of Call of Cthulhu, and I'd made a whole ton of notes on. It was a investigation session, and I'd put all the investigation notes in
Oh,
there, and then boom, gone.
Mhm.
We opened
well, at least
and I
you
didn't
fill them in.
realize. I didn't realize till the next session, and then the next session, I was like, "I'm sure I had notes on this," and it's like, "Oh, vanished."
That's awful. Okay, so we are going to go rest for the night, and tomorrow we will probably have information from our quest giver, and we'll probably have a map from the priest. right?
Mm-hmm.
And we can make our decision as to what we're going to do.
Yes. And
Also, one of the first things I do in the morning is I go back to that tree and I etch a new recall rune back here at the keep.
Okay. So this tree has a number of runes carved into it now.
Well, I guess that they're kind of wiped away each time. I can find another tree if I need to, but
No, it's okay. I'm not worried about that. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to imagine this tree outside the
this
keep, and it's got like,
well-runed tree.
yeah, right. It's got all these
they're probably
scars
not the
and
only.
It'll be the old ruined tree.
Yeah,
exactly.
it'll have a name by the time I finish with it. People will, once someone finds it, they're like, "What the hell happened here?"
It'll become a mythical tree, even though it really did nothing.
Okay.
Time to go drink myself into unconsciousness.
All right. So everyone retires to their room. And as I was suggesting before, Sorak, as you before you fall asleep, you pick up a couple of rumors. Hopefully, those are visible in the
In
chat.
my okay. Interesting.
Okay, so night passes.
I saw that.
Uneventfully. Yeah.
Did you mean to give that to all?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's in the chat. I don't want to mess. There may be a way to get that to only go to someone.
Okay.
I didn't want to.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think I can show it to just one person.
You can whisper to someone, yeah.
Yeah. But he's automatically rolling on a table.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's
Oh,
all right.
right,
I'm sure
it's
he's going to share it in the morning
auto-generated.
anyway.
Okay.
What's my hangover? Probably.
Yeah, so about the hangover. Yes, morning arrives, but maybe a little bit too early for Sorak. And a little bit too bright. But I think we weren't really down in hit points.
Right.
It looked like Arista was the only one who was injured based on the combat tracker.
I think so.
Yeah, because when that human turned on us, so basically we were trusting him to not be on the goblin side, given that he was unconscious. And then he made Johnson. No, was it Johnson or Sorek? Johnson, I think. He took control of Johnson and made Johnson attack Arista, which
No, it was Sorak.
it was
Sorek.
Sorek. Okay, so it's good for you to know. You attacked Arista.
And she's
then,
alive? How
barely. You took her out with one blow.
Yeah.
And then our next round was basically just stabilizing her and getting her back up.
And
Luckily,
me
you
swallowing-
snapped out. You snapped out of it after one round, and we were back on track. But yeah, that was a nasty hit.
And I started swallowing my slingshot magic bullets.
Okay.
So I heal 1 overnight, correct?
You heal your level, so you'll heal 2.
Cool. And I will swallow 1 more. And that way I have
I think we should go see the priest first, see if he has a map ready.
How much longer do I have to study these books before I might garner something from them?
Right. Let me think about that for a second. The actually interpreting the books will be something that's beyond your ability at this time. You really need to consult with someone, um, either an academy, bring it to an academy of some sort, or a place of higher learning, or perhaps some powerful, more powerful wizard.
And there is no such thing here, correct?
No, not in the keep. This keep is really, its intent is really to act as a housing for the men that are stationed here, that keep the sort of local, I don't want to say monsters, but the
Right.
non-humans at bay from encroaching farther out into this part of the region.
Right.
But I mean, there are other things that commerce does occur there. It is a stop on the Great North South Road, so there are
Uh-huh.
all sorts of trading that occurs. Um, so there's not. So what you don't find there is there is no church. There's no like academy. There's no um, great wizards station there. It's really, think of it more like a just a borderland keep.
Yep. All right then.
And it's run by the Castellan, who is sort of the local lord.
Uh-huh.
Something
Sure.
not quite as powerful as, say, a baron or a duke,
Uh-huh.
but certainly commands all the soldiers in the area.
Uh-huh. Okay then.
So you do have a lead now on this person who maybe might have more knowledge on those books and could help point things out to you. Um,
What
Help you
lead?
interpret them. Well, the priest is about to share with you a map.
Oh, okay.
And I am trying to get. All right, bear with me 1 second. What, assuming that you get the map from the priest, what do you think you want to be doing next?
Well, until it's time to meet Ragnus, Vartan is just going to be etching in his book. There's not much else in the keep that he needs. We've got our horses, we've got our equipment that we needed. I don't think there's too much else that he can really do here. There's nothing else useful other than the the information from the priest and the information from Ragnus. So he's just going to spend his time at the inn trying to listen out for rumors and writing in, taking a quiet corner to be etching his runes onto paper and just making a record of what he knows. So
Okay. What does Sorak want to do? Oh, did we lose Sorak?
Grax. Are you with us?
Oops, forgot to unmute. Oh, I muted. I had to cough. Got to unmute. Anyhow, I'm going to essentially nurse an ale or a mead. I'll probably do an ale. It's a little bit weaker. And maybe tell Vartan about the rumors I heard of what I can remember, hoping that they weren't, drunk induced, figments of my imagination while we wait for Ragnus, wait to meet with Ragnus.
Okay, so thanks very much for the info on the rumors. How reliable do you think these are?
I was 3 sheets in the wind, and they were probably 5. So
That reliable.
The cancel culture, and just the
there are
terms.
rumors for the reason.
Jen,
Yes.
you want to weigh in?
Oh, I'm sorry. You were waiting for my. I guess I'm kind of waiting to find out where the map leads us to, and to hear from what's his name.
Ragnus.
Yes.
Right. All right. One more second here. Okay. All right. So you guys have already discussed the rumors.
Mm-hmm.
If you visit the priest, he will share with you a map that leads you on a road through the wood. It's not so much a road as it is more of a trail. He will caution you that the trail may be old and hard to follow. He will also suggest that you take some provisions in case you get off the trail, get lost, find it hard to hunt in the wood. You don't have a hunter among you anymore, do you? You don't have a
No.
ranger. Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
We had 2, now we have none.
All right. So you're gonna find it, unless you provision well, you may find it a little bit hard to find food and shelter. And he will again caution you that this thing is not something to be trifled with, and so he'll urge you not to play with it, and that he would be happy to see it destroyed. In fact, he says, if you want, I can send one of my acolytes with you to help help you carry it through to the
That would be
wines.
appreciated. Thank you. But can we have an assurance that he will be capable of handling himself on the road?
He has had some weapons training. He is not yet a full priest, but if nothing else, he could be an additional set of eyes, which I assure you would probably be useful in the woods.
Extra eyes are all well and good, but I don't have time to be babysitting anyone now. So let him be fully aware of the dangers before he agrees to travel with us.
He is aware.
Mhm.
He is aware.
So
Let us
I'll check
let
with
us
the
discuss
others to see if they
internally.
agree for letting him travel with us.
I think we need to talk to Ragnus before we make any decision on that. I'm not real comfortable with taking somebody along. Most likely cannot handle
Well,
themselves.
for me, let's find out what Ragnus's options are, and
Yeah.
then we play it based on this. So we let the priest know that we have other irons in the fire in how to deal with this evil box,
Okay.
and then we'll get back to him. We will come back and take the acolyte if we feel that it's the right choice to make.
Okay. So we're heading back to the tavern. I'm sorry. Did you say Vartan was going to do any other anything else besides
No, as I
this?
said, first thing in the morning, etch the runes. After that, do
Mhm.
the temple stuff and spend my time at the tavern listening for rumors, etching
Yeah.
my runes in my book, and I'm waiting to meet the priest, and then meet the priest, and then meet Ragnus.
Right.
That's my day plan.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. So,
Resting up. That's basically what I'm doing.
so you may spend some time at the tavern. It could be hours until. Uh,
Yeah. Listen to whatever the locals are chit chattering about.
It's a recuperative day, let's say.
I'm gonna keep reading my books so that when I finally do find a wizard, I can get something out of it.
right. Yeah, I would say right now your time is better spent trying to find someone who can help you interpret the text.
Okay.
Um, well, again, the tavern keeper is glad to see you, and
Of course,
you're
we spend money.
exactly, you are very dependable customers, and you don't raise a ruckus. And you actually bring others to his tavern on a somewhat regular basis. So he'll sit you down and offer you, I guess it'd be breakfast at this point, breakfast or early lunch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brunch,
Slab,
you might say.
slab of ham and bread. That's all I need.
He'll see your discomfort from the night before, and knowing that what he served you the night before, he'll bring by a strange concoction. It looks like it has a raw egg in it, and he'll call it the hair of the dog, and he'll insist that you take it because it's an old recipe that takes care of hangover.
Eh,
But he
I'll
won't wait for
down
you
it.
to drink it. You are going to down it. Okay.
Yep.
So meanwhile, people pour in and pour out and talk about things. If you are want to actually get more rumors, you'll probably have to be more proactive. Otherwise, you're just passively listening, right? So,
Well, I'm
Yeah. I'm
passively
gonna.
listening, and if anyone says anything that catches my attention, then I will try and strike up a conversation with them and draw some more out of it. But I'm not going out of my way to question people at the bar unless I'm convinced that they've got something interesting to say.
Right. And these are mostly traders that are coming through right now that look to be like they're either coming into town or getting ready to pack up and head out of town. So that's not useful. You already heard that one.
That's interesting.
So lunch draws. It becomes noon, or it is now noon, and the tavern starts to get a little bit full. Some of the locals are now having lunch.
Uh-huh.
Ugh. I want to talk to the guy who talks about this walrus.
Okay, that's actually one of the locals. Someone who actually stays in the keep.
Yeah, I'm going to press him a little bit on that. Like, where did he hear such an abomination?
Well, it's widely known that Warris must be something more than a goblin for as powerful as he is. And who might you be?
I'm Sorak, and I feel all goblins should be crushed.
I doubt you'll find anybody that would argue that with you.
You know where this walrus is?
Well, where all the goblins are, up in the caves.
The caves northeast of town.
Yes. The caves.
Ah.
Where, some
The
call them
cavern.
the caves of yes, the caverns, the caves of
Okay.
chaos. You've heard of them before, of course, yes?
Of course.
Of course.
Yes. So what brings you into town, friend?
Passing through, doing odd jobs.
Odd jobs. Well, I heard that. It's hard to find good work here. Times are definitely tough. It's good to have a job.
Mm-hmm. Puts food in the belly and meat on the lips.
I think I saw you here last night. It was you snoring in the corner, I think, as I left dinner.
Very possible. Very possible.
Yes.
But I'm sure it was somebody else snoring because, well, I don't snore.
Oh, of course not. Everyone knows dwarves don't snore.
Of course. Them elven folk make up such rumors.
Are you fake laughing or?
No.
Okay. I mean, is this Arista laughing or is this you laughing?
No, it's me laughing.
Okay. Elves. What's wrong with elves? What have you got against elves?
Well, they're shifty people.
Nothing, I would hope.
No. Present company.
Say, just raising an eyebrow up from my papers.
Many elves are just, not that trustworthy. Present company excluded, of course.
Of course.
Well, I wouldn't say that too loudly here, my friend. A lot of folks around here are very, very fond of elves. But everyone's entitled to their opinion, I suppose.
Uh-huh.
if I remember correctly, Zeolith is another name for the horned god. Is that correct?
No, I don't
I-
think you've seen anything that suggests that.
Okay, is
Oh.
Zeolith something that I've encountered in my researches in the past?
You've encountered that name before.
Oh.
You might want to review some notes.
I'll
Yeah, the
share with
horn
the
god.
other.
Nothing. There's nothing. It hasn't been given a proper name. So everyone you've encountered so far just refers to him as the horned god.
And Zeolith is who or what? Because
Well,
I've mislaid my notes,
No,
which
that's
why
okay.
I'm now making new ones in the
It's okay.
APA.
So if you see, actually, it's in the story notes. If you look at the story and the letter you found in Mara's study.
That's where I saw
Right. Thank you. I knew I'd seen it somewhere. I just thought it was the horned god, but
it. I
yeah.
haven't seen it, but I have seen it.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Who would you have seen it? You're saying Sorex saw it, huh?
No,
Sorry.
I'm saying Thorak is not, but I myself, the player, remember that name. And when you said that,
Mm-hmm.
so Arista would be the only one who really would have memory of
Of what?
that letter,
Sorry.
of the letter.
Or, oh, a letter. I have the letter.
Mm.
Hmm.
Well, assuming you heard one of the earlier rumors.
Yeah, if once we hear Zeolith and we start discussing what this rumor might be about, I would hope that you share a letter with us.
I'm sorry. I must have missed something while I was answering the door. I'm sorry.
That's right. So, one of you overheard early in the lunch hour some merchants talking, and they started talking about religion and weird prophecy, and one of them mentioned that Zeolith is slumbering. But but everyone knows that he'll be awoken by the return of the three.
This was in a letter?
Yes, it is.
Zeolith was mentioned in a letter you found in Mara's study.
Yes.
Oh. Give me a second here. No, that's not what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking. Letter found in Mara's study.
Hmm.
Praise be Zeolith.
And at this point, you
And
don't
what
really know
people
much
say
more.
Zeolith?
What's that?
What did the people say about Zeolith?
Oh, just some guys were talking about, oh yeah, as you know, the prophecy says Zeolith will be awoken by the return of the three.
What three?
Well, we want to pursue this rumor.
Yes, we should talk to these people. I know that name.
Okay.
I don't, so I will leave that to you. Arista.
Okay. Zeolith, I've heard this name. What three do you refer to?
The three, the heroes.
What?
You're not familiar with
what
the
three?
prophecy?
No, not at all. What does it say?
Well, the prophecy says that there will be three heroes that will undertake a quest. These heroes will come from all around the world and somehow come together in a quest, and they'll awaken Zeolith. But it's prophecy. There's lots of them. That's the wonderful thing about prophecies. If you want
Right.
something to be true, just look around. There's probably a prophecy that said it'd happen.
Right.
So you don't look familiar. You're not from around here, are you?
No. I'm from up in
Womford. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You
Yeah,
must
it's
have made
been
it out okay.
a difficult few weeks.
Yeah, it's difficult everywhere. Were you
Indeed.
there when it happened?
Yeah, narrowly escaped.
Wow, that's something. You know, there was a prophecy about that too.
Was there?
Yeah.
What was that?
Well, you know, the prophecy was that there was a sleeping giant under that mountain.
Really?
Yeah. Everyone knew it. All those farmers up there, they just overlooked it. That farming was so good up there.
Uh huh.
But not
Yeah, I
me.
wouldn't know I was a farmer.
Mm.
Well, fortunately, it hasn't impacted the. You know, there's travel is still possible, but I hear that right now it's very difficult going through that area. Some
It
sort of
is. It is.
eternal storm now or eternal blizzard.
Oh. Was that also prophesied?
No, strangely enough, that was not part of the prophecy. Just that there was a sleeping giant underneath the mountain who would awaken sometime. He even felt the tremors down here.
Interesting.
You still there, Jen? Oh no, we lost her. All right. So lunch hour, I think, is concluding.
Mm-hmm.
The tavern starts to empty it out, and it's just you, and occasionally someone will come in and grab a quick meal. You still there, Jen?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me now?
Uh oh. Yeah,
You're
quite distant.
no.
Okay, so my decent microphone has suddenly decided to randomly not work.
Uh, you tried unplugging it and
I'm very
replugging it.
sorry. Yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. Is I'm switching back and forth and doing all the things.
Okay.
I wanted
Oh, we gotta solve this Discord issue. Have you guys experienced any other problems with Discord other than I know Jen has been hard to hear at
No.
times?
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Now we can.
Okay, good.
Loud and
It seems to
clear.
have decided that it likes my original microphone.
Yeah.
Hold on. Ethan's in here wanting something.
So Vartan just kind of still chilling out.
Yep.
Okay.
Just waiting. Once we've spoken to the priest, then I'm just waiting to meet Ragnus again.
Ragnus.
Okay, sorry.
That's all right.
I'm gonna order a platter of chicken or something for my colleagues here.
Yep.
Put it on my tab.
Okay, so there were no other prophecies.
Oh, there's lots of prophecies. Or
Yeah.
rumors.
There's a prophecy for everything that happens, just about.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
I chuckled to myself about the goblin believe they're Messiah, thinking, yeah, we put a stop to that. Foolish creatures.
All right. It, as it draws a little bit closer to sort of very late afternoon, Ragnus will appear, and almost as if he was expecting you to be here already. And he'll sit down and he'll say, I hear you're thinking about taking that cursed box to Canfer, huh?
It
I'm trying
seems
not
that you are well
Buddha.
informed.
Yes.
Yes, well, I have very good ears. Besides, I'm a good friend with Priest, so he's a very
With
delightful
who?
fellow. Priest, the priest.
He's just got a
Oh.
weird accent. Prius.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like Prius.
Okay. I'm sorry. I think I've gotten a little out of the game. I'm trying to refocus back into it. I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
This doorbell has just been ringing
Yeah.
all afternoon.
So yeah, you were the one who had the most questions for Ragnus, so leaving it to you
Right.
too.
Yes.
Mhm.
So I'm sorry. Did he find anybody that had any knowledge of Mara?
Yes, well, I have done some digging and made some inquiries.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you that whatever this order is that Mara was a part of, it's very powerful and very secretive.
Mm. Okay.
So I'm afraid if you really want to find out more about the order, perhaps finding others of her kind, you will probably have to travel to a distant place called Carcosia. Have you heard of it?
I might have.
Yes, well, as
It
you
sounds
may,
familiar.
it is quite some distance. It would be quite a travel for you.
Indeed. Are there are there disciples of Zeolith in the area?
No, that's where have you heard that name?
Uh, just around, I think, here in the tavern, maybe.
Mm.
Some prophecies?
Yes, well, um, if I were you, I'd probably avoid anything having to do with that accursed cult.
Indeed. Why is that?
Well, I don't know how much you've heard or what prophecies you've heard, but that would be very bad if Zaleth were to return. So
Why is that?
the old stories say that Zaleth was responsible for sundering the world, bringing about a great
In-
cataclysm,
Indeed.
and it was done in the name of balance and fairness. Thankfully, that happened a long time ago.
And who might be perhaps working toward limiting the return of Zeolith?
Anybody in their right mind would be towards limiting the return. You know, you'll probably encounter some people who think that the return would be a good thing. If you ask me, it would only bring about more evil and more destruction.
Zealeth is evil.
I wouldn't say evil. The story is that the sundering was done to balance an imbalance in the world, but unfortunately, it has created a lot of the suffering in the world that we experience today.
Indeed.
They say that the wild, for instance, the wild plains east of here, the whole reason the keep is here was probably due to that balancing.
Interesting.
He'll use an old equivalent of air quotes. Anyway, if you're going to see Canfair, maybe you could ask him. I'm sure he'll know a lot more about it.
Mayhaps we will.
But I needn't tell you that you need to be very careful. Hopefully, this map that the priest has shared with you is accurate.
Yes.
Uh, Have you heard about any merchants going missing in the caverns around here?
Oh, it's possible. Merchants go missing all the time. We've got with the bandits being such a problem lately. Most bandits just steal, but sometimes merchants are found dead either on the road, or I don't think it would be unheard of for them to be kidnapped.
Just curious. Heard an interesting rumor.
Yeah. Well, speaking of dangerous places, the caverns are definitely dangerous as well. So hopefully you'll take care if you decide you want to go there.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your information.
Yes, well,
Yeah.
that much was for free. You definitely did a good job of clearing out the ruins. I've already received word that they are clear, and so I will begin my rebuilding and reclaiming work.
Well, it's glad that is good to hear.
Very well. Well, where do you think you'll be heading next?
I would say
You or him asking?
That's him.
I think to get rid of this evil box is probably the most important thing.
Yes, I think for your sakes and probably everyone in this area, the sake of everyone in this area, it would be a very good thing. Well, let's keep in touch. It's been very profitable for me. Hopefully for you.
Yes, yes, indeed.
All right. If there's nothing else, I need to return to some other errands.
Okay, so we're heading back to Priest.
I say yeah.
Are you thinking about? Well, he's already given you the map, so
Yeah. I think maybe we'll take up his offer of having somebody help lead us.
okay.
Let's say you guys. I don't want to have to carry his ass, but if he can help,
If he can help, then his help is welcome.
Right.
Worst case, I burn my recall to send his ass back to the keep.
Here,
Done. You're fired.
a doorway's gonna appear. I suggest you take it.
Yep. Sounds good to me.
All right.
I'm pretty rested. I'm ready, itching to get some miles under my feet.
All right. Heading back to.
Filthy rumors. Manias.
Menlaus.
Oh, that's an L, not an I. Okay, yep, Menlo.
Let's see. Maine. Can I add him to your party sheet? No, I cannot. Oh well.
Can you add who to our sheet?
Our new helper.
Right. So, what is the plan?
Say we roll out.
Okay.
We need to find a way across.
Oh, it's all these rumors that we've just heard.
Mm-hmm. Keep in mind, some might be false, some might be true.
Right.
The last one's definitely false.
In the texts that, because we have two books that came from Mara's house. In either of them, have I found anything that kind of coincides with any of these? Are there any prophecies in either of those books?
The books are unreadable to you.
Oh.
They're in some sort of ancient script that you don't quite understand.
Okay, now I understand better what you're trying to say.
Yeah, I'm sorry I did make that clear.
When you can't learn anything from them. I didn't understand meant because you can't read them. I'm so sorry.
No, to be fair, I thought I'd mentioned that when you first found them. That when you looked at them.
You may have, but it was so long ago.
That's all
I
right.
probably didn't remember. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yep, I imagine it's probably an hour to get to the river.
Well, I don't know if it's that long. This is a good question. How do you want to travel? Do you want to rent horses or?
Well,
We bought horses
we
2
bought
sessions ago.
This is right. Yeah, that's right.
Yes,
It's only
but
10
we
miles.
need to get across the river.
Less than 10
And I'm
miles.
sorry. I'm sorry. I have to go back again. The prophecy about the sleeping giant. The was that the volcano?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
That was something you had heard briefly, I believe, even in Womford, or maybe it was when you all had to flee south to Holmgren. Was that
the giant
It
under the
definitely
mountain?
when we fled.
So
Channeling a dead ranger.
Yeah, that's right. This is just echoing that story.
Yeah.
And so I don't remember if this is someone you talked to that was. Is that the person you talked to directly? They would have told you that they believe that the recent eruption was tied to the waking of that sleeping giant.
Mm-hmm.
But as you'll recall, what you saw come out of it was not necessarily giant. It was those three large, silvery, three-legged, spider-like
Big.
creatures.
Yeah.
Arista
Which
remembers that anyway.
Yeah. Which have not been seen, at least by us.
Mm-mm. No, for what it's worth, that night, from what you could see, one of those creatures looked like it went down and did something to the town, and then the other two just seemed to go north.
So, yeah, I think we may need to see if our priesty friend knows a place where we can hire a boat to take us and our horses across.
Right. Okay. I think that the only thing is about this box. But you know what? I'll get there in a minute. I'm so sorry.
That's right. What's the question about the box? Are you still?
I need to just catch a few notes. That's all.
That's right. There is a ferry not far from here that you could take to cross the river. It should only take an extra hour by horse. It's only 10 miles to the river. What's travel by horse? What's the rate? You guys know offhand?
No, I don't.
What does it say on the? I'm thinking it has to be well under an hour. Maybe closer to half an hour. Okay, handbook.
Ponies average about 4 miles an hour.
Oh, okay. Why was
Well, if you have them jogging or trotting, it's up to about 10 miles per hour.
You said that's for pony though.
Yes, for pony.
Oh,
So
but you have to have because you're a dwarf.
Yes, indeed.
So we're limited by your pony's speed of travel. All right. Well,
It's still better than mine on foot.
true that. So it sounds like it would take you 2 hours just to reach the river if you don't want to push the horses. And the ferry is about 10 miles upriver. So another 2 hours to the ferry.
Yeah, so I think if we can just get across before we break for camp and call it good.
Mm-hmm.
You said it was Priest that was the name of the priest?
Yes. Spelled PRI''EST.
Oh, okay. It's the name of the priest who, okay, in at the keep.
At the keep, yes.
Who has the mission and gave us the map, as well as an acolyte.
Carried the box.
And we're looking for a more powerful priest, right?
You don't know quite what he is.
Just
He's just total
recommended to go see him.
Confer the wise.
Confer the wise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, are you taking these as notes in Fantasy Grounds, or are you typing away on your?
Yes. I have decided to put it in Fantasy Grounds. So. There.
Yep.
Okay, so night approaches as you reach the ferry.
Yep. How much to get us across this night?
I would imagine it would take you. Well, it's not quite 10 miles or even 5 miles across. It's a couple miles on a ferry.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those rope ferries.
I'd say is it one of those they pull the rope across?
Yeah. I don't think it would take you that long. I'm thinking maybe 30 minutes. But by the time you reach that farther shore, it'll definitely be dark. Will be setting in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't think I know you guys have provisioned before. Do you have rations and such?
I do.
Yep, we do.
I think so, but maybe I didn't think to put them in my bag. I did not think to put them in my bag.
I also have fishing gear, so we get to the opposite side. I can try to do some fishing, or I can do some fishing right here while we cross.
That's
like
also
trolls.
one of Varitan's elven abilities, is he can find his personal safe water and food for the day if needed.
His personal.
His personal, but he has rations, so you could say that's for one other person if needed.
All
And then
right.
he uses his rations or gives his rations away and finds his own.
Well, not only that, you can. Oh, look! I found water.
Yep, I've got water skin and I've got some rations.
Wait a minute, Mark. Is that why they mentioned Menlaus? Put Menlaus in our game.
Yes, Menlaus is accompanying you. He's an acolyte. A
That's the name of the acolyte. I was wondering why you guys were mentioning Menlaus. That was when I came back to the front door and they're talking about Menlaus.
Yep.
Oh man.
But
I think it's hilarious that you're using the name Menlaus. Or are we playing the same game in both campaigns?
it's the game within the game.
So, Pete and Ogrex, whose name I'm not sure. Anyway, we actually have another campaign, a CNC campaign that we play with other friends, and Menlaus is an NPC in that game.
Might be previous in his history or forward in his history.
Right.
Okay.
But you can understand my confusion, my brief confusion.
I'm going to try to catch some fish as we're being pulled across the river. Just anything I can find, we can eat.
All right. don't you make me a... Go ahead and make me a class check.
Okay.
Alright, it appears that this part of the river is not very good for fishing. That or you just suck.
Bummer.
It could be both.
Alright, hang on a second. Why don't you go ahead and give me another check?
Okay.
Okay, this time it seems maybe you've switched lures or something, but you seems you're able to land dinner.
Dinner.
Nice big bass.
Save it for the other side. Where I can cook it over a fire. But
Yeah.
I'll gut it out here while we're over and let the guts fall and feed the other fish.
All right. So you make land, the other side. You notice right away that the terrain is a lot. The weeds and the grass are a lot taller, so it seems a little more wild here.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still relatively flat. It's now full night. The sun has set. You want to press forward, or you want to make camp?
I think we should make camp.
Yeah, I think we should camp.
Prepare whatever. You know, I'll offer half of my fish to Menlaus if he agrees to cook it.
Yes. In return, he makes some fresh water for everyone.
Oh, yay.
Do you have an order? I believe you can mark that in the sheet. Sleeping order.
We've done that before, haven't we?
Yes.
Yeah, I think if you put the number in the space next to your name, I believe.
Order.
Does not look as though I can do that.
No? Well, you want to just call it out to me?
How about I'll go first?
Then I'll go.
I'll offer the milk from my stones to anyone who.
This is right. Thank you for reminding me. How are you doing on milk? Where'd you get your milk?
Bought it at the tavern before we left town.
Okay. Fair enough.
You'd let me do that before. I just figured I would.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's not gonna last.
Right. That's why I'm offering anyone to drink it.
Before it spoils.
Right. Right.
Where does Varaton want to be in the order? Middle, end? Oh, maybe we lost him. Maybe he fell asleep.
Vartan can be in the middle there.
John's and take up the rear.
Hang on, are we on the...
I don't think he needs to be on watch.
Yeah, we're in. If we're looking at the marching formation sheet, then everyone seems to be different sizes at the moment on mine.
Yeah, right.
And Varatine isn't on there, so I can't drag him around here.
Did I just disappear from the?
You
Yes,
did
you did.
because unfortunately you were on there twice, hon.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to just replace yourself,
Oh goodness, where am I?
I think I got it right. Do you want Menlos
Okay.
to be in the watch order?
I don't think he needs to be, but
No, I don't. I wouldn't have him on watch. No,
Trust him? You don't trust him?
no, he's too new.
Gotcha.
mhm.
He just nods. Oh, did I forget to mention? Priest will tell you, will have told you that Menlaus has taken a vow of silence and cannot speak.
Oh goodness.
Well, lovely.
Just the kind of guide we need.
Yes.
Well, he's not guiding you as much as just helping make sure that you've got an extra pair of eyes. Don't if you
Oh.
don't want to take him, please don't feel like I'm trying to push him on you. It was an offer.
No, I think it's a good idea.
No, we'll use him. We'll have him around, but I am a little irritated at Prias for sending us effectively a mute. But
He's
I just
also-
share this in private to the party, not to Menas, of course. Many a
He is also clearly not a caster, then, huh?
No, he's a cleric. He's got on some
Uh-huh.
chainmail and
Uh-huh.
wears a holy
Okay.
holy symbol
Great.
of his god of good and radiance, light.
Yep, there we go. Yeah.
Okay, Valentine Johnson and Jen is still trying to figure out. There, Jen.
Figure out what? What?
No, I just put your icon on the map.
What map?
The marching order
March
on the party
Put
sheet.
it on there too. So now there's two of me?
No, I only see one.
Well, I'm trying to find, like, it's a mess. I don't know what this is.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I did something wrong.
No, that's quite all right.
I put myself on, but I don't know where exactly everybody else is. I thought I was the only one on there, and now I can't find myself at all.
So let me think here. A quick way for you to recenter. I mean, you could always zoom way out, and eventually you'll see other dots.
And that's just it. Is that's what I've been doing, and I haven't seen any other dots.
Okay.
I see you standing
No, I
next to
think
Jonathan.
I think I'm doing something very wrong. I'm so sorry, guys.
It's all right. You do see the party sheet, right?
I see the party sheet. I see no one. I'm on the marching information tab on order, and I see no one else on this thing. I don't even see myself anymore.
So can you zoom out? Just keep zooming out.
I've zoomed out so far that I have no more grids.
Okay, that's fine. So start zooming in.
Okay, so nothing.
And the moment you
I
can
got
start seeing grids, hold down your middle mouse button and just kind of swing around a little bit until you find them.
Hold down my middle mouse button.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
a
goodness.
way to drag. In this tool, if you want to drag the map around the image that you're looking at to pan and
Yeah.
scan. You hold your middle mouse and you can drag it left and right.
Yeah, I think my problem is that I've gone so far off the reservation here that I have pan and scanned like right out of where everybody is. I am so sorry.
That's all right.
I don't even know how to find you guys. So you're telling me that there are other. Oh, okay. I closed it and opened it, and here it is again. Now I see everybody. Phew. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
No, I believe I did that because I forced a sync of the client view,
Oh,
which
okay.
probably reset everyone's.
Well, that makes sense. Okay. We're good. We have Johnson and Veriton and Sorek and me and the mute.
How are you camping? You've got a wide open, sort of tall prairie grass.
I'm going to weave the prairie grass into a bed.
Okay.
Without pulling it out of the ground.
I'm assuming we started a fire to cook and whatever.
Okay. Fair assumption.
And I'm just going to pull out my bedroll.
Alrighty. Hang on a moment.
While I wait for my watch to be in, I'm going to oil my armor and sharpen my axe.
Bear with me again for a moment.
Did I lose you guys?
No, we're here.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, you only lost me for a moment. I'm trying to prepare a map here.
Okay. I thought you said something that you were working on something, but then I thought, oh, it got eerily silent for almost too long.
Oh, quick tangent story here. Not so long ago, I was a huge arachnophobe. And then about 10 years ago, I started watching, maybe not 10 years ago, but some years ago, I started watching videos about people who would keep potential is.
Crazy people.
I know, right? Gotta admit though, it's some of those things are really pretty. Long story short, I kind of started to get over my fear of spiders, but just now I saw a spider wandering around the desk about 2 minutes ago, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna let him be. But just now, I'll be damned if that little guy didn't start charging my mouse. Like, and so I moved my mouse away, and I try to like stamp the table to get him to go the other way, and no, he charges the mouse again. I'm like, that's it, dude. That's war. You've called your shot. You're done. So
I'll see you later.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Oh, I won't see you.
Yeah. No, I hate to do it, but I had to take him out. I had to put him down. He was charging my mouse, so
He's charging my mouse.
I would have put him down the moment I saw him.
yeah, you know, and 10 years
Call
ago
my
I would have
wife
been
to come rescue me,
what's that?
or call my wife to come rescue me.
Yeah. No, it was never that bad. I had no problem dispatching spiders. It's just, you know, I kind of had this live and let live. I generally have a live and let live approach now. I don't even mind it if I see him and then let him go. You know, I don't do anything to him in the basement here with me, but
Yeah, there was definitely a time I've seen it where he would have jumped up from his desk and been across the room in 2 strides.
Yeah, 6'3", definitely not a small person. Freaking, I have an extreme arachnophobia.
Is
Extreme.
it a Michigan thing?
No, it's not. And
Because Mark's
actually, when I was
6'5".
younger, they didn't bother me. It was when I went to Louisiana that I became absolutely terrified of them.
No,
I
I
had
have
to
caught
run
with
in with
spiders, so I
a
can
bunch
live with
of
them.
wolf spiders, and that's it. After that,
Those just look bad.
I'm just terrified of them. I hate to say it, but I am.
the trick is you just have to just watch other people handle them. I think it'll
Yeah.
help.
No. I never liked them, but after having one drop on me and feeling the weight of it, that was enough.
Do you create a fire?
Yeah.
I don't need to, but I won't stop the others.
Does anybody start a fire there?
Yeah. Yes. Because I had to cook my fish or let
Oh, that's right.
Menlaus cook the fish.
Let's see images. I have shared it.
What's the map name?
Grassland.
Grassland.
What an interesting name.
Yeah, right.
Very original.
Yes.
Grassland.
Grasslands. Grasslands. Wow, there's nothing here but grass. We couldn't even find like the one tree.
Where do you see a tree?
No, she said you couldn't even find one. No, we're a ways away from the trees, so yeah.
It's okay.
Hang on.
Are we on a map? Because I've lost it.
Yeah, sorry, we are. We are.
On grasslands.
Oh my gosh. Don't want to do that.
That's a big empty space. Huh?
grass as far as the eye can see.
It is, but hold on. I'm trying to.
He's trying to do something.
Wow. Painting on this
Little
thing.
bastards popping up on us in the grass, I'm betting. Be like raptors from Jurassic World 2 or Part 2.
Oh, that is ugly. What is it doing there? Oh, I know. It's wanting to draw an ellipse, so it's asking for me to define the 2 points. Well, that's just silly. Sorry, I'm fumbling about trying to draw a tree for Jim.
Aww. Thank you.
Oh man, this is painful.
There.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't know who's drawing, but if you want to just draw me a tree, for some
There.
reason it's not letting me draw anything, man.
There you go. That's me. I was drawing. Let me move the trunk to the middle of the tree.
Oh, well, that's a heck of a tree.
That's
Well,
a great tree.
Yeah.
This here is, well, yeah, well, that's too big of a trunk. Let me make that smaller. It's just there's the trunk. It's a rather small trunk. That's just the shadow of the. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
The dotted line is the canopy of the tree. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So there it is.
Okay. Sorry, why don't you all give me wisdom or intelligence, whichever is best for you.
The tower.
Please.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah. Okay. And so Varatan senses at first that there seems to be movement to the east. The grass seems to be moving as if some creature or creatures are walking through it. So, Vartan, now that you've seen it or recognized it,
Yeah, I immediately flag it to the others. So, whereabouts can you put a mark on the map or something, or can you still not draw?
nope, gonna try to draw right about here,
Okay.
just sort of in this general area. That's Vartan. Sorek. You see Vartan waving wildly, giving you gestures.
And I will look
I
in the
also
way.
move back towards the tree a bit,
Okay.
I will
preparing my bow.
eventually prepare because I certainly didn't sleep in my plate armor. So I'm going to try to get my armor on.
Well, you haven't gone. I'm sorry. This happens before you've actually begun your. Everyone's fallen asleep. So as you've started to make camp, you're starting to prepare. This happens early in the evening.
Okay. So other than making sure My axe is in my hand. I'm going to look in the direction he's pointing.
Okay.
Of course, I'm kind of short, so I'm not going to be able to see a whole hell of a lot. But
Menlaus sort of looks a little dazzled. He's not familiar with you guys, so he's not quite sure what to do. So he just kind of mimics what Vartan is doing. Jan, what do you want to do? What's Arista doing?
I'm sorry. Give me a second. What does Arista do? I'm sorry. I just got a text message from Jaden's dad. I'm going to back up closer under the true. Well, wait a minute. Have they seen us yet? Do we know?
You don't know what they are. You just saw Vartan sort of point in that general direction, straight east of you,
Okay.
and you saw him sort of backpedal back towards more cover of the tree.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Okay. And does someone want to handle Johnson?
I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Actually, who is it that charges out crazy? Like, is that Sorak or is it Johnson?
Johnson, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Johnson.
Oh, but last week it was Sorak that we resisted charging in, so maybe it is him. Is it you, Sorak?
no, I wouldn't charge out unless it was something thoroughly evil.
Yeah, I think Johnson honestly would probably put himself more, in front.
Probably he's a fighter, spoiling for a fight because he's a disgusting half breed.
Okay. And so just as you do that, you see two arrows fly from two distinct points on the or places in the grass. And they wing over your head, but they and miss the group completely. But you see two heads stick up as they fire. And now we'll go into initiative. And why are we not?
Sorry. I heard something about arrows and heads pop up, and so now we know where the heads are. Does that mean that the black circles are no longer the general area, but now we have the exact area?
We have two,
Okay.
Two so far.
most likely more.
Right. Of course. Whoa.
So Arista, having just moved, and just as you finished moving, you saw these heads pop up and arrows wing by you.
Indeed. So I'm gonna pull out my. Oh gosh, what am I gonna do? Shit. I can dig a hole, but I can only bring one of us into it. And I don't have Mara here to make it bigger.
When you say we see heads pop up, is it something recognizable or?
Yeah, they look human. They look like they're wearing some sort of light armor.
White armor?
Light armor.
Light armor. I think what I'm gonna do is shout. Because maybe they think we're animals. And say something like,
Doubt it.
"Oi, there's people over here. What are you shooting at?" And at the same time, pull out my staff, I guess. I don't see my um, slingshot being any good here in tall grass.
Okay.
Unless it's not as tall as I think it is.
No, it's about chest high. so someone could easily crouch down and hide in it.
Yeah.
It's over my head.
That's right. I'm sorry. I forgot. We have a dwarf. So yeah, Sorax just completely lost him.
Well, I have to use my dwarven sonar.
Hmm. I would say it's not so thick that you couldn't see at least, your general maybe 20, 30 feet around you, Sorax. But yeah, I guess to you these guys would still be hidden. But you did see the arrows fly.
Right. So I could guess a general direction that it came from.
Hmm. So yeah, to answer you, oh goodness, why is this so hard? Another arrow whizzes by you from the north, and then from the southern location. Another arrow. What's your AC, Jen?
11.
Okay, and you're struck by an arrow.
Yay.
For 4
Ouch.
points. 4 points. Vartom. It looks like diplomacy is not going to work here.
How are they hitting me if they can't see me?
We had a fire.
Plus, you shouted, you know.
Yeah.
You still with us, Vartom?
Yep. If I can see one, I'm going to take a shot at it.
You can see 2 of them, clearly.
Wait, we can clearly see them? They're not crouching in the...
No,
They were just off the edge of my map. I had it zoomed in too much. I thought
sorry,
they hadn't
yes.
been shown
You'll
yet.
have to zoom out a little bit.
Yeah, so I will, because I picked one in the combat tracker and then suddenly the arrow shot off the side of my map. I was like, there they are. Okay, so I'll take a shot at that one. Wow, long distance. Well, no, not technically long distance, but almost. No, it is. It's medium distance, so I'm not sure what the negative is for that range of 70. So I think it's a -2, but I'm not sure.
Ah, that's right. They were at range. Jen, I think that's going to work in your favor. To measure, to measure, to
I'm
measure.
80 feet away. Oh, wait. I'm 80 feet from the north one, not from the south one. I'm further from the south one.
And they were farther away when they fired. So you can go ahead and take that off because I did not give them a penalty for that.
Oh, good. Yeah, 105 feet away. Holy cow. Okay.
What's the matter, Jen?
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just managing thinking about my options.
I will roll, and if it's close, then I will continue looking up my plus or minus just to save some time.
Sure, sure.
I was thinking, well, I could set the grass on
I think
fire.
that's better than close. So
Yeah. That will hit. So go ahead.
Hmm?
And that's all it took.
one down.
Sorak.
Well, I'm gonna base off the direction that I saw the arrows. I'm gonna sprint as far forward as I can. Like 35 feet. Let's see, I have a 20 foot, so I guess I'm just gonna move 20 feet forward.
Well, if you want to run, you can double that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll double that. So I'm now 35 feet. Because I don't know he's dead. I'm gonna stop.
That is true.
Hopefully I didn't just barrel into somebody.
You did not, but you notice.
Being short right now is an advantage because all they'll see is a bunch of movement. They're not going to see me just like I can't see them.
You'll notice a creature who, well, I shouldn't say creature, a human, a man, but his skin appears to be very gray, and he has a strange look on his face, sort of crazed look. And it will be
Okay.
mostly naked, or almost naked. Johnson, who wants to run for Johnson? I think
I don't want to take the responsibility of getting him hurt, so I'll leave it to someone else.
Right?
You two have a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, I think he would charge. Is that 50 feet? That's enough. He'll charge the creature. And what would he do? What will he do? Pull up his character. Try to do that quickly. We're right at 4 o'clock. Our time. Johnson. Where did you go? Where did you go to, Cotton Eye Joe? Maine. No, combat.
Are we okay going a few minutes past 4?
I am.
Okay.
Oh, and he seems to have stumbled or something in the weeds and misses.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Menlas will see Johnson head that way and begin his own quest. He's feeling young, he's feeling invincible. And begins to run crazily out into the grass. And Sorak.
Okay. Well, I'm going to actually go the rest of the distance. Or I'm just gonna move 20 feet.
Okay.
Trying to figure out. I remember I saw something over here. I'm investigating it.
Yeah, at this distance you can clearly see he is down.
Okay. So now I'm there. That's where I am.
You still have another, if you want to close the distance on the other gray looking creature, or gray human, you could do that. You could.
How far can I get?
Your movement rate again.
Okay. There we go. I can get within 5.
Yeah, not long enough, not close enough unless you have a pole arm or something.
Which I do not.
All right, Vartan, it looks like several of your fellows have run out into the weeds, into the grass.
Well, if that means that I need to kill everything, then so be it. If they're out hiding in the grass. Let's see. It's not giving me a targeting arrow this time for some reason. I'm going to take a half move, which... there's my arrow. So out to about here, I think. But it still puts me at a long range, and then I'm going to shoot that other bandit. Which is a hit.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Vartan, the Slayer.
No bandits here. Oh, no, wrong voice. It's an elf. Damn it.
You'll
Vartan,
notice as you stepped
Bandit
out,
Slayer.
there was another.
What happened there? I pressed page up instead of instead of holding down break for push to
Ran
talk.
away.
Disappeared off the map. There we
That's
go.
what
I'll
I
put it
thought.
back
It
now.
was your impression of Sir Robin. Run away. Did that bandit scare you? Did it scare we bandit? Yeah, as you'll notice that as you close the gap there to make your shot, you'll notice this bandit sort of peeking out of the grass, looking like he's ready to do harm to
G is not on the combat tracker.
What's that?
G is not on the combat tracker.
And nor is Bandit 3.
Yes.
Sorry, you're right.
You don't want them to lose their turns.
Which is why I didn't shoot Bandit 3. Dole.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for making sure that the monsters got their turn. Men
No problem.
will suddenly turn towards the creature that he almost stood on and take a quick swing. I know I rag on Fantasy Grounds a lot, but sometimes it gets
Annoying?
yeah, the windows, I don't have enough real estate to have all the windows open. So I keep closing them sort of, without thinking. And then I'm like, where did that window go? Oh, yeah, I think I closed it.
Yep.
Let's see. I'll target that critter. Did I? Oops. Goodness gracious. Come on. He is no longer going to target that far critter. Or Johnson. He is like, oh, hello.
There you go.
Think I got it.
Yeah, you got it.
And I did not. Oh, he'll easily hit him. He'll have just a simple little mace with him. And his strength does not help. So he's done 2 damage. Alright, next. Arista.
All right. Oh goodness, my screen just moved again. Holy cow!
I'm sorry, it wasn't me.
It was strange. It was really strange. It decided to refresh or something, and it shifted. Okay. So, clear targets. Don't need to target that anymore. Okay. Oh, but now I gotta turn on target mode. There we go. Oh, look, he's within range. Okay. So I'm a switch because presumably if they're able to hit me, then I'm able to try to hit them. So I'm gonna switch to um
Your sling.
my sling. Yes, my sling.
Sling blade.
My sling. And this, who am I targeting here? Bandit 3? Did that work? Oh, it did. That's good. Oh, but I didn't take any negatives for being in the grass.
Nope.
Do I still hit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
This was with your stone, right? Your
Yeah.
magic.
Oh, yeah. They can do 1d4 damage, but only did 1.
Damage
That
is
is
damage.
heavy.
Toenailed him.
Which bandit is this? I think isn't he out of the picture? Yes, he's out of the picture. So I'm not
Yes,
sure
Bandit
what he's doing.
2.
Bandit 2 and Bandit 1 were pierced by somebody's arrows.
They were. Bandit 3 will close the distance and attack with his dagger for 15. What's Farton's AC?
17.
And miss. The one next to Menlaus will attack. And miss. And the bandit next to Sorak, Johnson, for some reason seems keenly interested in Sorak.
Bring it.
And we'll do 6 damage.
You sure?
I am sure. He critted.
That's what you would have to do, because I would have a 20.
20 AC?
Yes. Because I have 18, and then I get a +2 because he's evil, I'm assuming.
Oh, he's not. Yes, he's evil. So yeah. But he did crit.
Yeah.
So. And top of the order.
How much did he do?
Oh, I'm sorry. 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Menlaus will again try to attack the creature next to him. And he will hit. For 5 points of damage. Oh, jeez. This is just ridiculous. I can't see the full name of the creature to know which one. For 5 points of damage. Next is Johnson. I'm thinking Johnson would probably just attack. And
Oh, good Christ. It was a 20, I swear.
Fire time.
Okay, dropping my bow and drawing my CX to attack now.
Okay. A free action and a swing.
Oh, baby, today is a good day.
Boy,
Oh, yeah.
man.
Wow.
Any more of these bandits?
Arista.
Oh,
Bandits
man, it
are-
just did it. Okay, it's like every time it comes to my turn, the map.
Oh.
Give me a second.
I'm sorry, that's not a flag or anything I'm doing.
Yeah, no, that's got to be a glitch in GO. All right, so Menlaus is standing near a dude. I can tell the dude is there because he's engaged with Menlaus, right? So let's.
They're all visible. They're all standing visible.
Oh,
Going
okay.
toe to toe.
Okay. In that case, sorry, just trying to clear targets and restart targets and see how far he is. Oh, good, he's only 50 feet. Perfect. Let's just stand here and miss.
At least you're trying.
Yep.
Let's see. Why did I not get to see my roll?
Oof.
That's very odd.
Poor Menlaus.
Yeah, one of his attacks lands. You see him have the gray creatures have these their hands have kind of morphed into claws. So he's attacked and wow, it only works if I drop it on the visible. Sorry, just learned another new thing. If I cover my chat board with character windows, dropping it on the, I guess, it makes sense. I'm dropping it on the window, not the chat window. That's why they're not showing up in the chat. Anyway, for 6 points of damage to Menlaus.
Menlaus.
I've been dropping mine right on top of the image of the dude I want to attack.
Oh, yeah, that'll work. Let's see. He's unconscious, and the final. He will critically fumble.
He impales himself.
Yes, but he also seems to reach down with a second attack. 21. You said you were at 20.
Yep, I'm at 20.
And 6 points of damage.
Feeling that burn.
And he looks enraged at this point, so he lashes out at you again for
Good lord.
23 points of damage. And, I'm sorry, 23 hit, 4 points of damage.
4 points. Okay.
Menlaus. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Not that way. Menlaus. Less praying, more hitting. Arista.
I knew it was my turn. You know how?
The screen zoomed.
It did. It shifted. This is just so funny. Okay, I'm gonna try and shoot this guy again. Sorry, every time I have to go back and forth. Oh wait, I can use the mini combat window, which does not work, apparently. Okay, forget the mini combat window. We're just gonna try to shoot the bandit looking fellow. Nope. Nope. We're just throwing rocks.
Zorak,
That's all.
it's your turn to get back.
Yep.
That'll do it. Holy shnikes.
I think that was overkill.
He's not dead.
No, he is not.
Oh, really?
Bandit 3 is unconscious for our time.
Okay. I'm dropping my CX and picking my bow up, and then trying to take a shot at that pale, grey, and sickly-looking bandit.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Man,
Oh,
wouldn't
come
do it.
on!
if they're as good as you're rolling, that's as bad as I'm rolling.
He's still up.
No, Jesus. Get down and stay down.
Right?
Which one? This is one looking at Menlaus
Yep.
with evil intent. 13, 4, 17, which is enough. Uh-oh.
Oh, max damage. 6.
We may be...
Did we just kill Menlaus?
Well, we did warn him it was a dangerous voyage, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
He knew. Priest told him, do your best. If you come back,
Well,
be a
we
priest."
can maybe patch him up in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Johnson. Yeah,
Come on, buddy.
I think Johnson will just do what he does, which is attack, but not as good as.
That will be a miss.
That is a miss. That sucks. Arista.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
What's so funny?
Just it shifts every time. This is just the weirdest glitch.
It should center on your character when it's your turn.
That's probably what it is it's centering on my character.
Oh, are you scrolling around and stuff during your turn?
Well, yeah, because I want it to center on the action, not on me.
I get you.
So that's what it's doing. It's just centering on you because it's your turn.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. I don't want it to center on me.
Maybe there's a flag. All right, so you launched one out into the field, and it seems like it missed. It's our time.
Okay, let's take another shot.
Save our little friend.
Nice.
No, not D20 damage, sorry. Let me roll damage dice instead.
Yeah. Oi.
Johnson will continue to do what Johnson do. Oh, crap.
That's
Nice.
more like it.
Damage. It's a battle axe. What's the damage?
Leave him.
How come I can't see what the damage dice is? It's a D8. It's 10. 10, 10, 10. On which creature? Number 3. him out of the game. He will drop like a stone. Menlas is gazing at the stars. Sorak.
I'm going to. I don't think I can get the Menlaus. I'm just going to use my lay hands on myself, which will give me 4 points.
That's heartless. Huh? There's a dying cleric. Ah, let me just heal myself a minute.
Well, I couldn't get to him in time.
He's dying. He's not dead. Huh?
Exactly. He's only mostly dead. Mostly dead is still partly alive.
I'm going to run over and bandage him up when it's my turn. So.
What did we do? We got the top of the order. Vartan, it's your turn.
So I grab a bandage and I run over to bandage up Manias and try and heal him up.
He can heal himself.
He's unconscious.
Yeah, he's.
Cleric, heal thyself.
I think that's
Right?
everyone is out of the game now. I think that's all the bandits, right?
That we've seen.
Well, you don't see any more at the moment.
Right.
Cool.
Sorak, what do you want to do?
I'm going to run over because I have bandages also.
Okay. So you'll each be able to heal a wound. Was it 1d2?
It's 1d2 and potentially +1. I'm just looking up again what the roll is. I think it's a class check, but I'm just checking.
In the meantime, can I run over to Menlaus?
Yes, but he can only be bandaged twice, so.
Yeah, but I can start slipping stones down his throat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're allowed a primary attribute check to potentially heal a third, so I'll roll a d2 plus potentially 3.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to try my class check.
Yeah, so that heals 2 points from me.
And whether I passed or I don't know if I passed my class check because I did it in the hour.
So you got one. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. You didn't need to do that in the tower, but you do pass it, so that's one more point.
Okay.
So he's no longer bleeding, but he's still unconscious. And then Jen, you were going to.
Shove stones down his throat one at a time until he was no longer unconscious.
Okay, so it'll take you 3 stones.
Okay.
He was really close.
And after bandaging him, I'm going to go see if I can retrieve my arrows. Since I then realised that I've been shooting silver-tipped arrows at bandits, just to be sure.
Ooh, goodness. Okay, I would say you have a 50-50 chance of finding them in the grass.
Well, they all hit.
Bodies.
None of them missed.
Hit, right? That's right. You were,
He's bodies.
nailing
He did
them.
not miss.
We'll give you an 80% chance that you can recover them completely without the big damage, sure.
Okay. Yay.
And
What's that saying?
Yep.
80% of the time I'm correct, 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What were you going to say, Sorry?
I'm going to try to bandage myself.
Oh, that's right.
Well, once
I got
Menlaus can help you.
Yeah, he
Right.
has 2 Cure Light wounds that he can cast, so.
So there's my
I'll
bandage.
put the bandage on Sorak and strap it to him. That way he doesn't have to do it by himself.
And then my class check. So
that's 3 points.
Yep.
Wait, it's 3 or 2?
He rolled a 2 on his D2. Well, he rolled a 5 on his D6, but that's 2 on a D2. And
Yep.
he succeeded his class check, so that's 2 plus 1.
Oh, so we're saying 4, 5, and 6 is 2?
I would assume
Yeah.
so. By the way, you can right click on the D6 to change it to a D2. You go to custom dice, and then there's a D2 there that you can drop. Like that.
Very cool.
I should have been doing is throwing the D4 and just divide it in half.
Or
Mhm.
D6 dividing by,
Yep.
well, 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, or 4, 5, 6
Or
works
however.
just as good.
Yep.
Okay. So I think we're gonna leave it there. Although I'm imagining you're gonna want to search the bodies.
Definitely search the bodies.
And I'll put the details in the party sheet, but you'll find various armor, weapons, a lot of those gray pouches, particularly on the gray men. With pouches with the gray dust, rather.
Mhm.
And I imagine you'll find some gems.
Any documents or paperwork or any clues on where these guys came from? Any insignias or?
Nope, just mundane items plus gems. No insignia. These appear very much like the bandits you had fought when you were traveling from the keep to. Was it this group that fought that, or was it the group that the first group? Arista for sure will.
It was the first.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So Arista, you'll recognize these bandits or these men, plus especially the gray men, looked very much like the ones that you encountered on the road north. So I think due to time, we'll have to leave it there unless you want to do anything else special. Bury the bodies, burn them.
I was going to say bury them in a shallow grave. I don't want to be sleeping next to burning corpses, so
Okay.
have the cleric say a few words over them.
Well, how close are we to the river?
Oh,
I'm not dumping them in the river, polluting the river with bloated grey corpses. No.
yeah. No, I think you're fairly close to the river. Just a few, maybe a few hundred yards, maybe 1,000 yards, something like that.
Be throwing them in the river, though.
What's that?
I said probably shouldn't be throwing them in the river.
Yeah.
If you want to be
Yeah.
sure, I don't mind if you cut their heads off when we bury them.
Of the gray men, I think we should.
And who knows if the others are becoming grey and they're just not there yet.
Lovely.
I'm sure Johnson won't mind.
Probably not.
Surprised it's not even his idea.
All right.
I've finished looking up the range attack. It seems I was spot on when I said -2. -2 for medium range, -6 for long range, which is, I think, beyond double your range.
Okay. All right. So I added your items to the party sheet. Some daggers, some bows, some coin purses, some small.
If you just change the coin purse to 25 GP into 50 GP in the coin section, that'll be fine.
You're right.
Unless there's a reason why we need to know the coin purses.
You're right. I don't know why I did it the hard way.
Oh, and more sapphires.
Because I might want first.
You can have the purse.
Thanks.
We could just dump some grey dust out of the pouches.
Couple of bows.
Yeah, these are not long bows. They're a standard bow. I don't know what this.
And 4 small sapphires. Look at that. I'm taking one.
Well, and they're appraised, so
Yep.
depending on their quality and such.
Oh, you already took one. Okay, then I'll take one.
Yeah, I just took one.
I was thinking that'll mess us up for next week if we don't all take one now. Okay.
Great. Now all my money's in a coin purse.
So if you can add one of the small sapphires to, you've added one to Sorek. If you can add one to Johnson, then that's sorted at least.
Unappraised.
I'm going to assume you're not sharing your party loot with
No,
Menlos.
no. 52 gold. We'll worry about that when it comes to it.
No, we shared our party loot with Menlos. We healed him up so he can survive.
He's just along for the experience. We're paying him in what's it they say to artists in exposure. Yes, we're exposing him to.
Gaining valuable life lessons. He's an intern.
That's it.
He's taken a vow of poverty, hasn't he?
Well, he's taken a vow of silence, so he's not going to complain about it anyway.
That's right. If he does, he'll break his vow. There we go. Win-win.
Better look grateful for all that bandaging and healing we did, though.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay. We shall pick it up next week.
Then Johnson will be here to cut his own heads off bandits' corpses.
Oh yes. Wait, did he did that to the goblins? Is that right?
I don't know, but he's going to do it to the bandits because he's not here and we are in control. And then we're all going to bury them in a shallow grave so that hopefully we can have a quiet night.
All right.
Okay.
So good one. Thanks very much, and speak to you guys next week.
Sounds good.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks
Thank
very
you.
much.
All right,
Cheers. Bye.